Yo, what's up guys? This is my HV, end of HV, beginning of EV base right here in GregTech New Horizons. I just wanted to get on here and show it off to you guys to maybe motivate some of y'all to progress, show you guys a couple of tricks I learned, and or maybe just get new people to try out this amazing game. Just for quick reference, I just unlocked EV. As you can see, well, I just got titanium. HV is done. What a journey it has been, honestly. I absolutely love this game already, and if it keeps getting better, then goddamn. Maybe I actually will spend 5,000 hours in this game, who knows. So here we are at the beginning, the start of my base. This is where it all began, still floating, which is crazy. But yeah, this is my house. This is also where, well, I basically started. This was a mountain that I had to clear out. Same thing with all of this side building. This was also my storage, and then I obviously moved it because, well, it was just a corner. I made it into a beautiful home. Can go up here. This goes deeper into the base. Over here to the right, we have my storage room, which we'll get to shortly. But if we go up here to the second floor of my house, you got random stuff that I'll probably put trophies up in here. And yeah, I got a nice balcony over here that also gets on the inside of the tower. It also loops around to my bedroom. And this is basically where I keep all my trophies, some tools that I don't use, and my bed, the dragon egg. So yeah, this is just a nice spot that, well, I've had since beginning of the game. So this is my storage room. I've been in this storage room since the Steam Age, and I think it's cozy. I'm not really that excited to get out of it. Everything is sorted nicely, and I have enough space for everything. So if you're wondering what your chests are gonna look like in the end of HV age, this is pretty much it. Absolutely beautiful. I used to have more. I used a bunch of cables, but yeah. This is also a skylight, because why not? And over here is the main center point of my build. I got a nice path going to my machinery building. This is the main entrance to my base over here with the nice GTNH logo over here. And this is also another entrance to the machinery building that we'll get to see shortly. But before that, I'm going to show more of the Stone Age era. Of course, a big part of the early game is farming to get the healing axe. Very fun part of the game, honestly. It's very grindy. I really enjoyed it. It was like Stardew Valley, kinda. Gotta manage a bunch of food. These two weren't buildings before. They were just like holes in the ground, but I changed them. But it's basically where I house my animals. And these two were, well, my main food sources. Because if you didn't know, in GTNH early game, you have to manage a diet. And basically what happened was, if you ate too much of the same type of food, then it wouldn't give you hunger anymore, so you had to switch it out. So I needed my protein, need my veggies, and I got my sticky resin in here, which is where I breed crops. This building over here, next to the pig thing, is supposed to be a map. I was gonna build a map down here, but I didn't get around to that yet. But building's here, and it's gonna be a map building. Over in this staircase, in between the cows and the pigs, the main sort of street that I'm going for my base in general. So yeah, we got my Stone Age setup right here. Get up the stairs, and then we can go into my Steam Age setup. So these are my original Steam machines. I didn't move them. Still got stuff in the chests. And I keep them there because I think they look really cool. You got a nice window at the back. To the beautiful trees over here. I really like these trees. Like GTNH has some wonderful biomes and some wonderful trees that you can, and flowers and plants you can. It's really nice. GTNH is a tech mod pack, but it's awesome for building. There's so much stuff. So how did I power these steam machines? Well, I used to have 32 high pressure steam boilers, solar boilers or whatever. Wait, let me show you. Solar boilers. These things. Yeah, I had 32 of them. And they also calcify, where they lose like 2/3 of their output, which sucks. But I had so many of them that I could manage. But I needed more steam when I got into the LV age and even MV, because you start getting benzene only in MV, like mid MV. I moved to this. This is how I get all my steam now. I still use steam for all of my LV machines and steam machines. So what this is, it's two boilers. I played with the size a bit and the pressure, whatever, to get the exact throughput I wanted for 24 coke ovens stacked on top of each other. So if you don't know how this works, these coke ovens, all they do is they take spruce logs, and like vanilla Minecraft, you put that in a furnace, it gives you charcoal. But in GTNH, in the coke oven, it also gives you creosote oil, which is what I'm burning here. So over here I have the oil, over here I got the charcoal. I don't make a bulk of creosote oil, but I do make a shit ton of charcoal, which I use on the other side of this building, kind of. In MV, this is how I got all of my steel, and LV as well. Now obviously I use the EBF, but that was very useful. I just walked up here, got on my charcoal, put it over here with all the iron, and boom. This was always running. And of course, steam machines, they need water, and this supplies all the water to these machines, and also the plants for my benzene setup, but we'll get to that later. This is the backlog I have of steam, and it powers all of these LV machines over here, even my multi-block steam machines over here, which I still use. This is where all of my processed items go, and this lovely area. So a big theme of my base that you're gonna see is my base is very walkable, and it's not straight lines. It flows very nicely in my head. I don't know how to explain it, but I really like how I can just run around and everything is kind of like a circle. And I can go over here and I can go on the second floor over here, you know. I really like that. My base is built around that kind of organically. This wasn't planned, obviously. Like, this is just a hole I dug one day because I wanted quicker access to my storage over here. And I think it turned out nicely, especially for, well, all the other areas, because I got 3 floors of this. So yeah, all of my LV machines, all over here in LV. You make a lot of machines. And this is, I also automated polyethylene and diesel in LV. I didn't use diesel for power because I wanted a centralized power setup, but I did use them for miners. This is kind of passive. I still have to like supply the hydrogen, like over here, yeah. Because, well, I didn't have Ender IO conduits, and, well, yeah, it is what it is. This steam oven is crazy. This is a really big upgrade. You should really go for it. It smelts stuff really fast. I still use it, even though I have a way better one, just because as kind of like a secondary setup. But it's very, very good. Recommend it. What these 3 machines do, they're all connected. As you can see, the pipe connects to here. Let's take tin, for example. So tin, you get the ore from the mining, then you macerate it. This is what these machines are. And as you can see, when you macerate it, you get the ore for 2. So you're basically doubling your ores. Then you macerate it into dust, impure dust, and then you centrifuge it into normal dust. And then this you can smelt into ingots. So this is basically to double my resources, and it's very important to do so. Trust me, you're going to need a lot of resources, and it takes time to get these resources, especially early game, because you have to mine the veins manually, which is a fun grind, obviously, but you got to make it as worth your time as possible, especially in a game like this. Another thing I did in LV, if I get out here and I go past the steam thing, I'm pretty sure I did this in LV. Well, anyways, I can still show it. Behind here, I got this weird building that honestly I'm not really happy with, but at least it's in the corner. Might change it one day. But this takes glow. What are they called again? Yeah, glow flower. Because in this game, you can take glowstone and centrifuge that shit into redstone and gold. Gold is so it's kind of rare, honestly. So having this setup where you can passively have a bunch of gold, huge win. Definitely recommend it. I also have some terrorwort growing over here. So yeah, at the same time, I guess I could show this building because I didn't do much with it. It's kind of like another side building. This is just my Botania setup. Very big. Oh, how did that die? I don't know much about Botania. I didn't get that far in the pack. I wanted pasture seeds to get grass blocks, but well, I got Still Touch, so kind of gave that up. But it's here if I want to continue Botania. So that's pretty much it for what I did in LV. You kind of just make your first single block machines like this, and it's a lot of micro crafting and all that, but very fun and satisfying age. And obviously you end with the EBF that I used to house right here, but my EBF setup now is up here. I got 4 of them. I have other ones, but they do single purpose. This is where all of my MV machines are. It's kind of like a transition phase, honestly. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like the same thing as LV, but you get a lot of upgrades, like the extruder. The extruder is so good. The advanced extruder. You can basically take any ingot and just make it into a bunch of stuff like rods, bolts, pipes. Super cheap. You can also make cells in here and rings, gears, all that. Like, honestly, this is a huge upgrade. Obviously, these machines are a lot faster than the MV ones. Still use them because they're pretty close to my storage, so, and they're still pretty quick. Also, this is super nice. Just supply this with oxygen and put sand in here and you get a ton of glass. So much easier than taking glass dust where you have to craft from quartz sand, and like such a pain. And over here you just put it in that with some oxygen and you get as much as you want. This window over here is the other side of my polyethylene setup and diesel setup. I kind of it's a common theme in my base windows, just because I like the parallax effect. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I don't know. When things behind move slower than the things in front, it's depth basically. It's just a nice way for me to create depth. That's something I really like in base building in general. I also built this thing. This is a crop setup. So I got crops over here and I got sticky resin over here. I also got sticky resin in MV. Huge upgrade. Oh my god, I cannot stress this enough. Get sticky resin, because you can just take this sticky resin over here, make raw rubber, mix it with sulfur. You can get pretty easily, especially if you have access to the nether. And I basically run it through a alloy smelter to get the bars, and I also run it to chemical reactor. What does this do? Oh yeah, it just makes molten rubber. And I also have the molten rubber attached directly into an assembling machine, and I just have passive cables over here. I just make the wires and then gets turned into cable. Now that I think about it, I should probably add a wire mill too, so I can just put the ingots. Maybe I do that another time. But yeah, this is kind of a mess in here, but I love these types of messes. Over here I make glue. I got a shit ton of glue. This over here is passive seed oil from wheat. And over here is just a nice way for me to make wool passively from cotton, because I used to pick all of my cotton, and it's a pain because you need wool blocks for bit blocks, which I don't know. Yeah, these blocks. So I needed a lot of wool. So this is where I got them until I got the passive setup, which is always nice. Yeah, you want to passive a bunch of stuff in this game. So yeah, over here you got HV, so that's spoilers. We're not going there. This is also you got windows over here, of course, so you can see the back of the LV machines. And you can also go here, which is a cactus farm just for green dye, and this just loops behind here. Also, quick thing I forgot to say, if you want a shit ton of obsidian like this in LV, just set up a rock breaker, circuit 1, and you put redstone. Redstone, just 1 for 1, 1 redstone for 1 obsidian in a rock breaker. Kind of broken, because you use obsidian for a bunch of stuff. I'm not done for MVH. We're gonna go see the benzene setup shortly, but this is also when I expanded to the 2nd floor. This I all built in MV, and these are just other passive setups. You're gonna build a lot of these in MV, and they're really fun to figure out. So this just takes raw silicon and outputs polyacid dust, which you use for wafers, pretty sure. You need a bunch of that stuff. This takes, what does this make? Oh yeah, iron 3 chloride. Was just a quick setup to make distilled water because I needed a bunch of it. And this is hydrochloric acid. A bunch of these I don't use anymore, but they just look cool, so I keep them. This is clay. I'm making a bunch of clay right now for bricks because I'm making 8 pyrolyze ovens. I'm gonna show why obviously later in the video, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. In GTNH you can duplicate dye just from using salt. It basically creates 2 dyes for 1, and then you can solidify it and loop it, and it just like doubles it every time, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you'd need sulfuric acid and salt for that. This makes polyvinyl chloride over here. I don't use polyvinyl chloride anymore, but well, I have it. And this is just to make a shit ton of lubricant. Over here, this is my EBF setup. I still use it a lot, obviously. I basically run like 2 sides, different recipes. This side, in the EBF, it's kind of hard to, well, it's not hard to explain, but you have 2 sets of recipes for everything. If I take aluminium, for example, you have a few options here for which fluid you want to use. Now, obviously, you would want to use nitrogen or even helium, because all the other stuff, like, I don't even know how to get. So yeah, I just use nitrogen, and it's kind of expensive. 1,000 liters, that's a bucket, but you get a shit ton of it. I get it from here. It's just a water tank that I guess is empty, but it makes hydrogen and oxygen. That was my first way to get it. But on this side, I have compressed air that loops back to here, and the compressor just takes the empty cells and makes this, and this you centrifuge it into nitrogen and oxygen that gets put here, that gets put here. So you got the liquid input. On this side you have the throw it in there and it's gonna work input just without the liquid. Yeah, and the 2 outputs are on both sides over here. This is my multi-smelter. Awesome machine. It smelts stuff so fast, way better than the steam furnace, and even the steam furnace is really good. Over here I have the vacuum freezers. So basically in MV you have to cool ingots using the chemical bath, and you have to craft coolant. The coolant is pretty cheap. It's only like distilled water and lapis, I'm pretty sure, but the coolant doesn't recycle. You basically get this hot version of the coolant. Yeah, it's a whole process, but over here, you just put it in and you get the ingots out. Beautiful. This is a implosion compressor. You input TNT and something you want to compress, I guess. This is basically to get the space stuff, and also industrial diamonds they use for the jetpack. So that's pretty much it for this multi-block sections. These machines I built in HV, so I kind of skipped over a little bit, but I guess it's in this spot, so whatever. So this whole thing, you can loop around it. So there's a hallway at the end over there, and you can also go over here. As you can see, this is all glass. I just think it looks cool, so you can look on top of it, see the next floor. Really like it, really great. This is the entrance to my clean room, but that's an HV, so we're gonna look at that later. But yeah, this is a mess, but it's really cool. All of these are passive automations, and these ones were done in MV. Well, not this, but both of them here. One to get ruby juice, and ruby juice you then electrolyze it, I'm pretty sure. Centrifuge it? Yeah, centrifuge it. And you get chrome, and chrome is useful for a bunch of stuff. I guess before going to the benzene, we can take a look at my backpacks, or what I always have on me. I got 3 backpacks on me at all times. These are all like inventories, I guess. These were all my machines. I got empty cells on me because you always need to be moving stuff around. I got some turbines so I can place machines down, or they can power my miners as well. Right now I got 4 on the moon. They're mining bauxite. This thing over here, this area is all building blocks. I have them all passive. Everything I use for building, they're pretty much passive, except the anti-blocks, the sort of neon strips. I don't have those passively, but I could. This is Z-tone tile, which you use with wool, and that gets you the bit block, which is honestly probably the best block in the game. It just looks so good. And you can also I make slabs that glow. Yeah, I use these, which they're great. You can use them for ceilings, which I do, and they glow. Oh yeah, another thing I can show. This is revolutionary, guys. You want this. Big part of early game. This is really cheap, okay? Like, that's cheap. You only need steel. You can do that in SteamH. And it basically gives you access to all of these variations of pretty much any block, even dirt. I use railings a lot, like as you can see right here. And you can do them with any block. You can also have glow. There's an entire glow section, and this is pretty much like a torch, which is insane. So basically you can just have wood slabs as torches instead of actually getting torches. So there you go. And with my adventure backpack right over here, what do I have inside this? Pretty much equipment I would use. I got Thaumcraft here. I dabbled in it, but I didn't do much. I got storage for stuff. I did make more drawers. I got storage stuff in the center. All my tools go here, so that would go here, and this would go here. And vanadium steel, which is what all of my tools are made of right here. So these are pretty good tools. I put a lot of resources into them. So all the other machines we're going to look at after looking at my benzene production, which is honestly probably... It's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite building. It's so cool. I want to put a tree here. Let's actually put a tree there before. There you go. That looks kind of nice. So yeah, this is the benzene building. We can go around it on the outside first. So this side of the building is probably the best side, honestly. This was an extension I did in HV actually, because this is a distillation shower, a distillation tower. I also made it a bridge. You can see a sneak peek under here over the path, and this is also an entrance inside. There you go. I got a teleporter here, so I can even go to my storage real fast. There you go. This is 4 paralyzed ovens, just distilling wood tar and charcoal from wood. I got a shit ton of wood because I got like 6 layers of all spruce logs. This is outputting wood tar. It goes all the way up here because I thought it would look cool, and then it comes down here. And a super tank. If it buffers, but it rarely buffers because, well, now it's buffering. But it was pretty low because I was using all 4 EBFs. Like if I didn't have this big buffer, I wouldn't have enough benzene from this, which is pretty crazy. Running 4 EBFs at HV power, that's like 16 HV gas turbines. That's pretty expensive. That's 16 machines at once. And when the EBF is not on, like right now, well, it's buffering. So there you go. So this is a distillation tower. I actually got 2 of these. The other one is in my main structure, I guess. And this is distilling the wood tar. Oh, it's gone. But it's basically making creosote oil, which I make from the other place. But you can make lubricant from this, which is pretty cool if I put it in another distillation tower. But I already have a bunch of that, so I don't really use it. This is phenol, I'm pretty sure. It goes here, which is being electrolyzed into oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon dust, which is all really good. You're gonna need toluene, which you use for guild toluene in here, in that, and then you make TNT, which is broken. Well, actually, you just need it for the implosion compressor to get all the rocket stuff. Not only that, you get 1,2-dimethyl benzene. That is crazy because if you take it here, you can electrolyze it for a shit ton of hydrogen. Look at this. 1 for 10. 1. I got a full 4 million of it over here. So I got infinite hydrogen. So here is where I used to pipe my wood tar. It used to go in these distilleries, but it would only get me benzene, as you can see over here. And I also have a charcoal in the fluid extractor, which also gives wood tar. So what we want is wood tar because wood tar is what gives the benzene. So charcoal goes crazy, and it also gives a byproduct of ashes, and then ashes here I use for the other side. So yeah, GregTech is really cool, okay? So over here I centrifuge the ashes into these, and it's been running for obviously many hundreds of hours, so it's piled up a good amount of stuff. Banded iron, potash, what is this? Magnesia. I don't even know what's that used for. And what we want is this pentoxide dust. And also quick slime is really good. You put that in the chemical reactor with some water, I'm pretty sure, but now there's not enough because it's empty. That's pretty crazy. and that comes here and it makes phosphorus dust. And phosphorus dust here. Phosphorus dust for these to get the cheaper wafers. Pretty crazy to have that passive in MV. So that's my MV building, and that pretty much concludes MV. I guess with HV I can start with these terrains, because before it was just flat and ugly. And yeah, just more trees. I guess I just figured that I'm gonna lean like really heavily into like Neon Tron type city with nature involved, which could look interesting. I don't know, it's my style and I like it. But this is basically just to frame this this walkway over here, this pathway, which leads to this amazing building that I just finished building. So as you can see from the outside, that is the MV stuff. We're gonna take the HV entrance right here. I got 2 entrances. This one is one of them, and these are all my HV machine. Well, actually no, there's a lot over there. I have an electrolyzer here, which I can, well, switch out the barrels of the outputs over here. Yeah, a bunch of single block machines. Over here is basically where the MV machines are. As you can see, it's not done because this is an extension. It used to look ugly, so I changed it like gradually, and this, I'm in a stage now where I actually like this floor. It's not bad. I just made it like really complicatedly shaped, and I had to connect a bunch of stuff together, so this is the best I got, and it's not that bad. Over here I'll probably just more put I'll just build more LCRs here, just more automations. I know I'll need space, so it's there. This honestly is just for the aesthetic. I thought it would just look cool. That looks so cool, man. Anyways, so that goes in the super tank. This just produces water, and this is where my diesel is. You can see the second floor, that's like the window downwards. At least I had to rebuild like the entire outside just to make this work, because I really wanted the entrance over here. Like from behind here you can see that entrance all the way over there. This is the other, I guess, 2/3 of my HV machines. There's also a window so you can see the other side, which is a really cool side. The HV machines, obviously they unlock new recipes, but they are significantly faster than MV machines, and I saw them as a big upgrade to my LV machines, where you can almost see them, I guess. So I just said, like, okay, whatever I'm using for LV, I'm just gonna build an HV machine for it, and that's why I have so many HV machines. And honestly, if you're pretty well set up in HV, they're pretty cheap. And this is how you get here. So now we're back into the machine mess. So that's also the end of the hallway. You go downstairs, and you can either go to LV or you can come to HV over here. On this side, you have well, honestly, this looks really cool. I guess I'll start with the distillation stuff, or the oil stuff, because I did this first. Yeah, this is a really tall distillation tower because I wanted to process naphtha. This is really hard to pronounce, okay? Lightly steam cracked. Yeah, this. You get benzene, you get a bunch of stuff, including, what did I really want? Methane. You get methane, but you get ethylene as well, which then you only need oxygen, and then you get a bunch of polyethylene. But honestly, I didn't use it that much, because it just makes a huge stockpile really quickly. I just don't need this stuff, so. But it's really, it's great that I have this stuff, so definitely have to build it. And this is the oil cracker. To explain what this does, yeah, so things from the distillery usually comes out as sulfuric. To get the normal naphtha, you have to basically mix it or clean it with hydrogen. This is the oil cracker. So you put whatever you want to crack here. Here I have it set up, which is, what do you mix it with? It's either hydrogen or steam. So I got steam somewhere, yeah, right here. And this is the output. And this is how I get my lightly steam cracked in the oil cracker. There you go. And here is the monstrosity. So this is to make molten polytetrafluoroethylene, just because I know I'm going to build a lot of LCRs in the future. I already have 3, so I just need a lot of this stuff. And I have passive cells, which is so good. You need so many cells, you have no idea. And before you use 10 for cells, and you use 10 for so much other stuff. So now I just got this, making cells super cheap. Here, what is this? A huge buffer of the rutile dust, which you get from ilmenite and bauxite, which is what I'm getting right here. See this? So this mixes up with the rutile over here and makes the liquid needed for the titanium, and then it gets processed in there along with magnesium. But a cool thing about this, to get titanium, this is actually a loop. If you figure it out, it's a loop. You get everything back except the rutile and the carbon. You get everything back. So yeah, and this just loops back to my 2 LCRs and my water setup over here. We can walk this way to, ooh, so cool. This is the backside entrance that goes all the way to my steam macerators over there. Let's talk about all my other processes, and honestly, I don't remember them much because I don't use them anymore. Like ethanol, what does that do? Sulfuric acid, I don't remember. I know this is nitric acid. Oh, is it to make cetane? Yeah, I remember. Oh my god, it's for tetranitromethane from ethanone and nitric acid. So I just piped the nitric acid here. I got a really nice setup tucked behind here. That basically turns cobblestone. This is Ender IO. I did a bit at Ender IO for powered spawners, so I have access to, I have access to machines like this. But yeah, just sand and gravel. Pretty cool. Sulfur dust with oxygen to make sulfuric acid. Yeah, I remember that. This just makes deep slate. Bro, I wish I knew this sooner. But you just need 1 magma block in here and it's non-consumable. Like if I take it away, that's just beautiful. And this is my main building block, so really happy with that. And yeah, this is quartz stone I use for the cool white blocks that I have. And that's basically calcium, carbon, oxygen to get calcite. I guess I can show the clean room now, which is pretty cool. I have a view from the outside. Cool hallway. I go up via elevator. And it's really cramped. Honestly, I should make a bigger one, but I just don't need to right now. But I'm probably gonna make a bigger one, like 5 by 5 inside. Basically, what the clean room is for, you have recipes that says, well, this is not a good example. Oh, there you go. Needs clean room. There you go. You have this requirement in recipes. So you put machines in the clean room, and then you import power in. I got a secret door behind here, which is also a window. MV energy hatch, that's just to power it. There you go, cable diode. So I have 4 amps of HV pumping it. Actually, I think it's 3 amps. Yeah, it's 3 amps running to a 4 amp. So I can basically power 3 machines at once in there, just not all 4 of them. Basically here you just do a lot of stuff for circuit crafting. So the next building we can see, or check. Oh yeah, wait, I didn't finish the floor over here. Hold on, sorry, this tour is all over the place. So this is the top floor, a kind of forest. This is also like an entrance. I like just jumping in from my jetpack and having like entrances from outside. I just think that looks cool. These water tanks are just literally just for filling up super tanks because I need water for stuff, so always have some here, and I have water everywhere. That's how I transport my water basically. This is also a really nice balcony. It goes from the inside, this building, the inside of here, where you can see the tree, and on the outside, where you can see everything else. Everything is walkable, and there you go. Wow, the water tanks are right there. Let's go in my Thaumcraft building, which honestly is pathetic. I should be further in Thaumcraft by now, but I'm procrastinating real hard right now. This is my Thaumcraft building, main entrance. This design is just based on what I've seen from videos. This is where I'm gonna grow my my fish rooms to get some viz. Yeah, this is just space because I know I'm gonna need space. This is where I'm gonna have my infusion over here. I already have like this set up. You also have some nice windows. And on the other side, as you can see, I have research points. Like I've done some research, and obviously nice window. You can see the outside. So that's pretty much my Thaumcraft building. Really small, but I think it looks really cool. And obviously pink for magic. I'm probably not going to use it for anything else. So the final building, the one that I've been working on now, as you can see, it's like 3 buildings, but it's only one. God, it looks so beautiful. So this is basically the style I'm going for everything beyond, which is gets me so excited. It looks so good. Well, I really like the style. I think it's really, I don't know, it's Tron, but there's still nature in it. Can't explain it. This is the main path over here, and this basically goes into mid-game. So what am I doing with this building as I walk around it? Also a nice oak tree over here. So the problem with EV is that they're going to use every machine, and I'm going to build a lot of machines, a lot of multi-block machines as well. They're all going to use EV power, which is 4 times HV power. So we were talking about like my HV EBFs that takes 16, like it counts as like 16 HV machines, and it drains my benzene supply. Well, imagine like that's just 4 EV machines. I'm gonna have so many more, like so much more. So the solution is more benzene for now, and this is gonna be a problem until I hit IV. In IV I can make nitrobenzene, which is apparently a lot better. But yeah, this is gonna run 8 pyrolyzed ovens, so 2 times more than this. The only reason I'm not doing more is because getting the wood to run that many constantly is pretty annoying. This is what the green building is for, which I think turned out really good. And this is basically where I'm gonna put the distillery. Let's just go inside. I'm gonna show the inside. So obviously I don't have the machines right now, but this is where they're gonna be. So stacked up here, like up here, basically gonna be nice view to the windows over there to the other building, which is a nice like go over there type shit. Nice view from the inside of the oak stuff, or the spruce saplings, and you also have a nice way to navigate here. So this is floor 1, you can enter. So with the LV crop manager, they can basically do 2 layers if you place them properly. So if we jump here, we can go to floor 2, which is, you can walk in here as well. So these are all like pretty much the same, but obviously we went up a floor. Floor 3. And there you go, you have the last, oh my god, it's already full. Is the other side full? Oh, I didn't even upgrade it. There we go. But yeah, now we're on the top floor, and I changed up the windows so you can see. I wanted this to be a tall building, so that's why I made it walkable, but it turned out great. Like, I can go back to the first floor, it's all clean and symmetrical. And yeah, so that's this building. Walk up the stairs. This, you get a really nice view of the center, basically. This is gonna run all the way to that mountain over there. And this is where I'm gonna have my oil distillery up here. Got a nice view of the slime tree. And yeah, you can also see the street over here. Like, I really want compact city, and obviously my buildings are gonna be taller over there. I just want compact, tall, neon, Tron style city, and I think it's gonna turn out awesome. These these buildings are not too complicated, honestly. They're pretty flat. They're just detailed with lights. The lights is a nice accent, and obviously you gotta make interesting shapes. If you just make cubes, it's never gonna work. It's never gonna look appealing. So make as many shapes as you can, as much detail. So this is not that big of an area, honestly, but it's just really dense with stuff, and it's really great. Really like my base. It's a great motivator to keep playing, to imagine my base expanding and reaching like all the way. I'm gonna just show you what my plans are. Over here, I'm probably gonna do endgame stuff. That's my imagination of how much space I'm gonna need based on the playthroughs I've seen. Like, this I'm probably all gonna use up, but I want a national park like New York right in the middle over here. Basically the buildings are gonna go on the side over here, and they're gonna run to another lake that's over here. And this is basically going to be another building like this one that loops around, but it's obviously I'm probably going to make it bigger so it fills up the space and grand. And on the other side, well, I'm probably going to make a little bit of buildings here just to like close it off. But yeah, I don't want to go too much that way, but if I have to, I will. Like, I'm not going further than the lake that way, so I might expand that way with like the super mega. I don't even know, honestly. I have no idea, but I know I want to go that way. And it's gonna make a nice, like, smooth transition from early game to late game over there. and it's gonna look awesome. And I guess I can show the final spot that I didn't show. I didn't even show the third floor. What am I doing? So this is the third floor. You can come from the stairs. Obviously I just fly up. There's nothing in here yet. This is just like EV stuff. This is where I have my rocket crafter, just because it looks cool with the big window from the outside as well, so I had to do it. And this is another way to get in from the second floor. And I guess last thing, last thing, I built a little forest over here just because why not. And I thought it would be cozy and it would look good because I'm probably gonna expand that way, this building a bit. But I got a nice chair in here. So what did I like and what did I not like from my around 900, I'm guessing, I didn't do the math yet, I'm guessing 900 hours of playthrough in GTNH. So what I like the most, honestly, it's the grind. I like grindy games. I like games where the grind is worth it. I played a lot of Warframe, if y'all know what that is. It's not a hard game, it's just very, very time consuming. It's the same thing with GregTech. You know, it is complex to figure out the automations and all that, but not that much. What really is complex about the Modpack is time management. And it's not like I'm rushing. Obviously there's many passive stuff that I could have skipped, but I just wanted it to be comfortable, which is also very satisfying, to be comfortable in an age and then just being very prepared to enter another age. I just really like that. And every upgrade you do in GTNH is as satisfying as the previous. It's as monumental as the previous, and you're always excited to go into the next technology age, because it is a big deal. LV to MV is a big deal, MV to HV is a big deal, and now I'm getting to EV, which is a really big deal because I get to get applied energistics, which is a huge upgrade. Every age is a huge upgrade, which just motivates you more and more to explore what this pack has to offer. But tech is not the only great part about this mod pack. Obviously, I didn't do that much magic, but the magic mods are really integrated really well. But yeah, a bunch of stuff like that. This mod pack has so much to offer. I have 900 hours and I have barely touched the surface of what this pack has to offer. So seriously, try out this mod pack. If this wasn't a mod pack and it was just a game on Steam, I would still rate it as one of the best factory games of all time. I played a lot of them, and I played also a bunch of mod packs, and none have hooked me as much as GTNH, just because of the grind to reward and also the polish of the mod pack. If y'all didn't know, GTNH has been in development for 11 years. That is such a long time to polish this mod pack. And you can feel it. Everything feels very, very well integrated and balanced. There's always a solution for something that you want to do, and if you can't do it, well, it's just blocked for the next age, and it just motivates you to unlock something, which unlocks something, which unlocks a bunch of stuff. And it's just like that for the entire playthrough, which is very, very satisfying. It makes everything you do feel worth it. And then before you know it, you get to this, which is just a bunch of big milestones that you can look back on. It just makes you love your base with more and more with every building you add. I love GTNH, and it's slowly but surely becoming, not even exaggerating, my favorite game of all time. And I'm a gamer, alright? It's just beautiful and I'm having so much fun. And this is just the beginning. If y'all want to see a playthrough, I'm gonna do it. And obviously, if you have questions, leave them in comments. I really hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.